now, so I just stepped out for a second. I won't be able to talk much.
Oh, I appreciate it, bro. Damn, look at you, Donnie. You in a penthouse or something?
Wow, chill.
God damn.
I don't got that penthouse money like you.
Oh, damn, bro. So, yo, why you putting me on the spot right now, bro?
Living the dream.
Recording in progress.
Why you putting me on the spot right now, G? All right, so, all right, so Donnie, since you gotta go and you're briefly on,
Yeah.
let's start with you, bro. Give me a win, G.
When drinking more water, I mean, surely we had added that new thing to everything. I mean, to everybody. So I mean, that's been helping out. I've been drinking a lot of water.
Damn.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like every time we come on this thing, I don't. A win is a win, but just pushing myself. That's it. I mean, just staying consistent. I missed like 2 days, but I'm off for the next 5 days, so I'm gonna backtrack as always. I mean, the win that I noticed to myself is that, bro, like I'm getting the muscles.
You getting the muscles?
Yeah.
I love that, bro. Are you like breaking necks at the gym, bro?
Nah, not yet.
Bro, remember you gotta make me the best man.
But what else is new before everybody else comes on, or everybody's on?
I guess everybody's on. Isabella, what's going on, girl? We haven't, you should be in the Zoom link right now, but she used to be in the program. I don't know what happened. Anyways, yeah, bro. Okay, so you're seeing muscles.
Yeah.
What's your weight right now?
238.
238. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Cool. I think you were 239 last week, right?
Yeah. I mean, a pound here and there, but I mean, I think ultimately I beat the goal that I wanted. What I asked you, 250 I wanted to be at.
Yeah.
And then dropped it down to like 240. And then now to like 238.
Yeah.
I think,
Okay, cool.
before summer hits, I want to at least be 230.
Cool.
I mean, I think it's when I weigh myself, it's not. I think it's more of the muscle fat. I mean, the muscle versus like fat, because I don't see that big belly anymore. It's flat.
Wait. You say you don't see that big belly no more?
Yeah.
Bro, that's huge.
So I definitely also another win is that I'm seeing my legs get bigger because of leg days. Pushing the leg presses and all that, and pushing. I think my highest PR is like 310 or 295.
Love that.
So that's it.
Cool, bro. All right. Nah, what about you? Give me a win, girl.
A win for me, let's see, getting back into the gym. I traveled over the pond, as they say.
Over the pond. What's that mean, Nat?
Going to London. I was in London for work 2 weeks ago. So last week was like a struggle to kind of get back on board. But now I'm back into the swing of things, and just proud of myself, at least while I was in London and off of like schedule. I was still, I didn't gain a lot. I think it was only 0.2 pounds that I gained. So
Right.
hoping that now getting back into the swing of things, I lose that and some more when I see you next.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll see that Sunday. But wow, that's pretty crazy. That you went over the pond. So what, were you having like tea and biscuits or something, or what?
Something like that. Nah, I try to stay away from the biscuits, yo. They track me. Nah, it's the fish and chips that they got over there.
Yo, the fish and chips are crazy.
Oh, yo, that should be key. You eat it too much, it all adds up. But one thing you will do over there is walk. I think I was averaging like 15,000 steps a day.
I love that. Okay, cool. I love that. Let's see who's next. Oh, Manny, any wins? Talk to me.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Wins. My short-term goal was getting out of the 160s,
Uh-huh.
and like I gave myself 4 weeks, and I did it. So I'm very happy about it.
Ooh, damn.
So yeah. So
Wow.
now I have another goal, like 5 more pounds in the next 4 weeks. Hopefully.
Ooh, I like that. 5 more pounds in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That's definitely doable, especially since you lost what you lost 4 pounds and 2% body fat, right?
Yeah.
In 4
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, in 4 weeks. Yeah.
God
So
damn, Annie.
that was exciting.
Well, so share with the group. What did you do? I know you shared a little bit on the community chat, but share it again here on just to make sure that everybody knows that it was real.
What did I do? What do you mean? Like I follow your workouts.
Oh, okay.
And I follow Shirley's meal plan. Like sometimes I don't follow it down to the T because now I feel like I'm getting familiar with like portions and so. But I've been following her meal plans and yeah, like I just been consistent. Like you told me like 4 days a week, non-negotiable to like work out.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've just put on my mind. And I'm like, sometimes I don't get to do it exactly the days that you have it like on the app. But I'm doing it 4 days a week regardless. So yeah, I mean just trying hard.
I love that. I love that, Manny. Congratulations. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lisa. Oh, damn, girl, you're driving. This girl riding dirty. How we doing, girl?
Good. On my way to pick up my son from baseball.
Oh, okay. Damn, Supermom vibes. Okay, I love that.
Oldest who flew in from Washington State finally.
Oh, hey, daughter. How we doing?
Wins for the week, just eating better.
Eating better. I
Haven't
love
hit
that.
the gym because been working till like 8, 9 o'clock at night. So
Whoa. We're
I'll
talking
finally
about
get there.
wins, girl. We're not talking about losses. We're talking about wins.
I
So
know,
you said eating better.
Eating better.
All right. What's that mean? Just so that maybe all the other clients can take some notes.
Well, instead of junk food and donuts all day because of where I work.
Yeah.
Fruits and veggies, like
Ooh.
not just veggies, just cucumber and fruits.
Okay.
Basically, and some chicken.
Okay. Cool. So you're eating chicken, you're eating fruits, you're eating veggies.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that
Little
a
bit.
lot. I like that a lot. Okay, guys. So main topic today is PMS hacks for energy and strength. My ladies, time in a month. I know you guys struggle. Okay, now I'm not a girl. However, I've been training women for 13 years. So I've seen the symptoms, I've seen the struggles, I've seen the ups and downs of things. So that's going to be the main focus on this call. However, I think the best way to maneuver this so I won't be attacked is I'm going to tackle the exercise portion and I'm also going to tackle the nutrition portion during PMS. And on top of that, however, Stephanie, the mindset coach, is going to do the introduction for PMS. All right, take it away, Steph.
You have to turn the sound on your computer off.
I did.
You turn the sound off, too?
Yep.
Hi guys, how are you? Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, Steph.
Perfect, okay. So the topic of today is just, I wanted to say crampy to confident because we all know how miserable we can be when we are on our periods or having our menstrual cycles or even going through menopause. So I want to start off with just asking general questions to open up the discussion so that we can meet each other's needs or find ways to support each other. So the first question I have for you guys is, do you ever feel like your body is working against you right before your period? And you guys can just shout out. We don't have to like raise hands.
Yes.
Okay, what do you experience, Natalia?
Like, I feel like I'm more tired. My body aches a little bit more than usual, upper body. I just feel like it's coming. Like, Tuesday is coming.
Yes, I love that description. It is so real and raw. And what is your body doing, right? Like, let's think about the anatomy portion of it. Your body is literally shedding a whole lining of your uterus at the same time. Like, think about that. That's powerful as well as painful. So your hormones are all over the place. Hence why we all feel miserable right before our period comes, and normally the first 3 days of the period, and then we start to go back into our normal routine. Does anybody else feel like their body works against them?
I just have to put it.
Oh, okay. Does anybody else feel that?
I actually get hungrier. I feel like I'm starving literally for like 3 to 4 days before it with crazy back pains
Uh-huh.
where I don't want to do anything and I'm completely exhausted. And then as soon as it comes, I don't want to eat anything. Like, I'm not hungry at all for like the first couple days. But I feel exhausted, obviously.
Now, you two are my prime example of how hormonal changes can affect women differently. And that's one thing that is hard for Brian, being a male trainer, to be able to touch on. And the reason is that our bodies are all working differently. So we experience hormonal changes differently. We experience pain differently. As you mentioned, you carry a lot of back pain versus somebody else who might be more irritable and have more like tension headaches, sometimes the cramping. And because of this, how we go through our period or how we work through our period is very different from one another, but can also have some similarities. What's one thing that you guys wish people understood about how you feel when you are PMSing?
This one's not nice. To stay away.
I saw a big smile on your face too. I'm ready for the answer.
Who, me?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Saw a big smile on your face when we asked this question. So
Just leave me alone. Don't piss me off, please.
now, those responses were very similar to one another. Why do you guys think that is? Why do we want people to not come near us at this time?
Because you're just cranky and emotional. Like, you just don't want to deal with it. You don't want to argue. You don't want problems. Like, I personally just want to rest and eat. And that's it.
Yeah.
And deal with back pain.
Yeah, and that might just be what your body needs at that time. It's important because we have to consider it's only a window of 4 to 3 days that we're feeling that miserable sensation, that PMS, those heightened feelings. We're talking about feeling bloated and tired and irritable. It's critical, and it affects us in so many different ways. So we tend to put up this barrier where we come off as quote unquote bitchy, right? People say, oh, she's bitchy, she's hormonal on her period, she must be on her period. That's like such a stigma thing for people to say. But it's also offensive in a way, and it's because they're not able to understand what our bodies are actually going through. Now, what would you guys say is the hardest part of staying active when you're dealing with the cramps or low energy from the PMS?
For me, it's just like the feeling, the whole feeling. I just feel disgusting. I have low energy. Like, you have those sharp stomach pains. So you really just don't want to do anything because any movement at any time just sends not very well feeling through your body.
Yeah, I'm gonna do underneath.
and then it leaves you feeling that fatigue, the sluggishness. You have the cramping, and then sometimes even muscle stiffness. You have discomfort. Your body temperature increases. You become more sweaty. You feel gross. And then again, we feel those hormonal changes in our body. So we have the irritability, the anxiety, the mood swings, which lead us into having increased cravings. So, like, you guys may want to lean towards sugar cravings, carb cravings. And I feel like that's something that's very common. Do you guys agree? What are your normal cravings during the PMS period?
Yeah, I feel like more carbs for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm a pizza girl. Fast food. My wife is like, she's a sweet person. Like, give her a whole candy bar or brownies or cookies, and she's in heaven.
Yeah. And this can be directly linked to low serotonin levels. It makes you crave comfort. So what do? At that moment, we look for comfort food. And what does a comfort food act as? It's like a hug for our body. I say we always feel a little thicker on our periods, and it's because our body needs that support. And then once we come off of our period, or once we work through those first few days, we then can fall into a more healthier pattern, such as light movements, doing like some walking, some stretching, yoga. And we're looking to increase some endorphins throughout our period. And that's why it's hard for us to kind of go to the gym in those days. And the point of this call was really, how can we support you guys so that we can make it a little bit more enjoyable during the days that you are PMSing, because it's such a challenge, and that's just like the reality of us being raw and vulnerable with each other. When you guys are thinking of your training program, I would say, especially with Brian being on the call, it's so important for you guys to express what you're going through in your life. So if you feel like you're about to come on to your period or your menstrual cycle, let's tailor your program to meet your needs a little bit more. And we can do that by including maybe some healthier alternatives to the junk food we prefer. Like Natalia mentioned, she liked pizza. So maybe we can do something with like cauliflower pizza instead of regular pizza. So you're still kind of getting that sensation or that craving that you might have, but you're not fighting against or working against your body at that time. Now, I always say when we're on our periods, we have to listen to our bodies. So if you feel like you don't want any, then take the day to rest and recover. It's okay to rot on the couch for the day if you want to. Your body might just need that. However, that's not to say that we can't do something as simple as doing like a 30-minute walk or an hour walk before or after we rot for a few hours. Is that something that you guys could feel like could help you during this time? Do you feel like that makes sense?
I feel like walks help a lot. At least for me, like they help me, I don't know, release stress, and especially during those days. And it would be great if we could get those days off as well.
Rest is just as important to your fitness training program as workout is. Your body needs rest to recover. It needs rest in order to not produce extra cortisol. It needs time to process the hormonal changes. Being a woman is hard, and you guys know that firsthand better than anybody. Now, what are some ways that we can kind of help combat those hormonal changes? Anybody have any ideas?
Well, which ways do you recommend stuff that we could combat those?
Sure. So, dark chocolate is my first one. I always recommend dark chocolate. It's magnesium rich foods that help, and plus like it kind of tricks our mind into getting that chocolate, like someone had mentioned, I think it was Natalia, you mentioned your wife likes sweets. The dark chocolate is perfect for that. It's a great opportunity for her to give herself like a rich magnesium food that isn't just like bland. You can also do like almonds or a protein shake and adding spinach into it. When we are bleeding, we are losing a lot of iron. So we're supposed to be eating like lean meats, steaks, beans, leafy greens in our salads. Complex carbs could be like sweet potatoes, oats. And then we really want to avoid like actual excess sugar, caffeine, processed foods, and we lean most towards them because of the hormonal changes. However, what a lot of people don't know is it spikes your cortisol, which increases the stress in your body. And a lot of the times we hold on to more weight when our body is stressed, when we're producing higher levels of cortisol, hence why we feel bloated all the time during our periods. Now, also, a lot of things that we neglect is when we're on our period, we're agitated, we don't really want to do much, but drinking water would really, really help flush out some of the extra sodium that we have. It'll reduce some of the bloating. And then something that I like to do is I like to drink teas. So I'll do like a ginger tea or some chamomile tea. And then I'll do like hot compresses on my lower abdomen. And then I always just try to be very kind to myself because that time is very hard. I'm also very hormonal and emotional, and I know that life and work and just everything in general feels like you're carrying the weight of the world at that time. So it's important that you feed back into your body as it's deplenishing its nutrients. That's what we want to say. And then lastly, most importantly, sleep. So we want to increase the amount of sleep we're getting during that time. And I know that's hard and not functional for everybody because of your work schedules, but it is true that sleep will help improve some of the symptoms you're feeling associated with your menstrual cycles. If there's any time to prioritize yourself, it's during this time of the month. You want to be mindful to your body, what it's telling you. No problem. Do you guys have any other questions for me about PMS or hormonal changes or how you can work through them?
Are there any natural things that you recommend? Because usually people take like Midol or like some medication to like ease the cramps. Is there anything natural that you would suggest to try to help with cramps?
I love that question. So, as a licensed clinical psychotherapist and social worker, I'm actually very against medication as a whole because I think our bodies are able to kind of combat what we need. But there are natural supplements I do recommend. One in particular is minoxidil. And sometimes D-chiro people will take in addition to that. Iron supplements you can take during that time and it'll help with some of that. And then magnesium too to make sure that you're not, because sometimes people can get constipated during their periods. Sometimes people have the runs and go a little bit more frequently. But those are some of the things that we definitely recommend. And then you can do some massages to your lower abdomen. So getting some oil, maybe even warming the oil, and then doing some like circular motion massages to your lower abdomen each night would also help with that. And then the teas, of course. If you guys feel like it's helpful, I can always send like a list of like natural recommendations in the Abarca Fitness community chat, just so you guys have like a resource library.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much.
Of course. Does anybody else have any questions? No? Okay, I'm gonna pass it back to Brian then. So Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Steph.
Of course.
All right, so Stephanie with the sauce during PMS. All right. So YouTube is asking for Steph if she can show her face because they loved your voice stuff. Anyways, okay, some recommendations for working out during your period. You want to choose low impact workouts. Walking, yoga, Pilates, even swimming can ease cramps and reduce bloating. That's some sauce right there. A lot of you already spoke about walking. Walking makes you feel good. Walking is great. The whole goal is for you to just still get into the habit of burning calories. Strength training, light to moderate lifts can boost endorphins and improve your mood. I know some of you guys sometimes you guys want to kill someone when when you guys are getting bothered, but so that you won't commit any crimes. Strength training could be extremely beneficial for you and your family. So there's no lawsuits. You know what I mean? No, but in all seriousness, there's Nat's laughing. In all seriousness, though, I actually read some research last week doing some extra refreshing about PMS is that women are actually much stronger during their menstrual cycle. So you guys are technically able to lift heavier. That's what research says. Do not attack the messenger. I'm just letting you guys know. Cardio for cramp relief increases circulation, which in turn reduces cramps, it reduces back pain and fatigue. So Nat, you mentioned that you have some back pain. Some extra cardio could actually help with the increased circulation. The worst thing you can do is just sit down and eat tacos or pizza, Nat. But yeah, just walking around. Hydration is key. Drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water daily to reduce bloating and flush out excess sodium. 9 times out of 10, and this is not even only for PMS, you bloat because you have excess sodium in your body. How do you flush that out? How do you get rid of that? Drink more water. Drink more water. Okay? And lastly, listen to your body. If you feel exhausted, I'm not telling you to sprint. I'm not telling you to hit the Stairmaster at level 10 for 20 minutes, but just avoid the intense workouts. Just really stick with low impact, low intensity cardio. On top of that, it actually even reduces PMS-related insomnia. That's huge. That's something that I learned last week when I was doing some refreshing of training people with PMS. I actually forgot about that. I learned that in college. So if you do have some issues sleeping, especially during your menstrual cycle, ladies, it is ideal to work out because it will increase your sleeping patterns. Okay? It will also stabilize blood sugar levels, so it would actually stop you from binge eating on sweets. Okay? And since I'm a nice guy, I'm going to give you guys some nice replacements when, not if, but when you get the cravings of sweets. Instead of chocolate bars, try dark chocolate. That's some sauce. And if you want to add some protein in there, and you're down a little bit on your macros, add some almonds. The dark chocolate with the almonds, that's some sauce. Okay, instead of cookies, try Greek yogurt with some honey and cinnamon. If you're a salty person, maybe you're not a sweets person, maybe you like salts, you like salty stuff. If you do salty chips or if you like salty chips, try roasted chickpeas or seaweed snacks. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a seaweed person. But that's just an option. I'm just letting you guys know. Roasted chickpeas, that sounds pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to cap. Stephanie on the chat says, sent natural remedies for PMS and cramps in the community chat. I love that. Thanks, Steph. Last but not least, I'm sorry, Lisa, but instead of donuts, I have here, try banana slices with almond butter and cinnamon. Or even peanut butter. That's a nice substitute for donuts. Huh?
I'm not a fan of bananas.
Oh, shoot. Maybe apples. Apples will be good.
I could do apples.
Yeah, I like that. Good, good. See? There's an answer for everything. And then for my soda drinkers, I don't care if it's Pepsi, I don't care if it's Diet Pepsi, I don't care if it's Inca Cola, I don't care if it's Ecuadorian red soda, I don't care if it's, you know, the high C's, the low C's. Instead of soda, try sparkling water with lemon. Sparkling water with lemon. Matter of fact, if you're not a lemon person, you could actually replace the lemon with a splash of pomegranate juice. You can actually replace the lemon with pomegranate juice. Pomegranate is actually like some secret sauce, especially for women. Okay, any last closing remarks, any questions? Any questions on the nutrition? Any questions on the working out? So just to recap, low intensity cardio, low intensity or moderate intensity strength training. Okay, hydrate, drink some water daily to reduce the bloating. A lot of women, they deal with a lot of bloating when they're in their menstrual cycle, so make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Okay. Any questions, YouTube? YouTube is all, they're all gassing up stuff. They want to see stuff. Omar is on Instagram. He's saying cucumber juice is good too. Yeah, cucumber juice is popping, bro. Thanks, Omar. Omar, we need you on these Zooms, bro. You have access to the Zoom. That's crazy. TikTok. Everybody's just showing love. Sending me roses and shit. Okay. All right, guys. Any closing remarks? Yes, no, maybe?
If they have them there, then yes.
All right. I love you all. Goodbye. Good night. Good job today. YouTube's asking for you. Jack, I'm sorry. She's saying no, bro. Jack says, I love you, man. Oh, I love you too, bro.